And we are live. Hey guys, this is Rob from RB1S Studios in Marshfield, Massachusetts, and this is our March update for RB1S Studios. It will be the first of two. We're doing one here today, and we'll do one towards the end of the month to catch up on everything that's happened since now up until going into the spring months, April and May and all that. Lots to cover down on. We have a lot going on here at the studios, a lot of upgrades going on, a lot of new material will be coming out, a lot of new content, a lot of exclusive content from ourselves here at RB1S Studios. So we have a lot we want to cover down on, so we want to introduce some of it here today, although we're still operating in our older style Fisher-Price iPad, iPhone, not even a semi-gloss type representation here. But anyway, this is what we got. This is what we have to operate under. We have special conditions that we have to operate under here at the studios. And we're doing the best we can, and we're trying to bring you some great content and keep up with it and be consistent with it. And as you can see, things are starting to improve. If you've been following us on social media, namely our Telegram channel, RB1S Studios has a Telegram channel. If you have not subscribed to it or checked it out, please do. It operates best with the app, so you might want to get the Telegram app and then come look for us, RB1S Studios. We do a daily blog. We post up all kinds of different material. We get behind some of our fellow armor modelers out there who are doing YouTube channels and different forms of content and live streaming and podcasters. We'll be getting to that in just a little bit. Some of the guys that we're supporting, and they're supporting us in return. RB1S Studios is starting to get recognized. Check us out over on Instagram as well. We're starting to get a following over there. In fact, just a few days ago, we cracked 200, which doesn't seem like a lot, but since we've only had it for a couple of months, I'd say that that's pretty good progress. We're definitely looking forward to that. And then our YouTube channel, we are on YouTube, so be sure to like and subscribe at the end of this video. If you like this video, give us a like. You're welcome to make comments or get that subscription, because it helps us get a little bit more recognition on YouTube. So we're across social media. In fact, we're on 4 different platforms now, and we're starting to get recognized. We're starting to gain some momentum. We're getting a lot more followers, a lot more interaction, people making comments and suggestions, which is, we're always open to having suggestions. We can't do it all ourselves. Sometimes if you're doing things for so long, you get that tunnel vision and you can only see through the forward movement, and you don't pay attention to what's going on around you, and you're so focused on what you're trying to do, and you're trying to force something to happen. And sometimes you have to take a step back. You have to take a little bit of a breather. And if you're starting to get feedback from people and get people giving you some suggestions, sometimes it's rather than get your pride in the way, it's better to listen to what they have to say, and hey, try out what their suggestion. And if you start having success with that, then yeah, that they were right, and you should have paid attention to them in the beginning. But we're doing it now, and things are looking good. Things are going to be moving forward. Here we are, beginning of March, and we're moving towards more spring-like conditions here in the Boston area, although we got a rain-snow mix yesterday that really didn't amount to much, although north and west of the city, they got pounded and buried, and some of our friends up in New Hampshire and Vermont are measuring snow by the feet this morning. But we live near the ocean here. We're 2 or 3 miles away from the Atlantic Ocean on the south shore of Boston, so we didn't get a lot of snow yesterday. A lot of rain, a lot of wind, and the lights flicked a few times. We had a little bit of trouble with our internet yesterday, but it's fine now. But that's typical. Old building. Brand new studios, 2 years old, but the building itself is over 100 years old, and it's actually, our studios here is part of an old railroad freight complex, if you will. So if you can picture that, some old New England style freight house type buildings where we're on the second floor, so below us is businesses and whatnot. There's a sign guy down there that did our sign for us outside, and there's a couple other things. There's a real estate agent next door. There's a yoga studio next door. There's a little furniture and knick-knack antique store next door. But all the second floor in the building next door has a third floor, are all apartments and studios and different things. So we took advantage of that a couple of years ago and moved here from our previous location, and we're much happier here. It's gotten us, it's taken us a while to get settled and get things under control, but we're actually getting back to the bench now and actually working on models. And that's the thing that we want to get to today is some of the buddy builds that we've been doing here at the studios. We've been co-hosting a couple different buddy builds. First we did the Ryefield model Fearman Tiger, late war hybrid tigers, end of World War II, April 1945. We've been doing a buddy build with our buddy over there, Dave Karomi over at Flak Bunker. Please check out him over on Instagram as well. He's putting up some great new material. He puts up a lot of models, and he does different genres and scales as well. So be sure to check out Flak Bunker on Instagram if you haven't done so already, because he's got some really great stuff. But anyway, we've got that underway. The Fearman Tiger buddy build is ongoing. It doesn't necessarily have an end date, but we're getting to the point, at least here at the studios, where the assembly stage is coming to an end, or will be coming to an end. We're going to be moving forward with a painting and weathering series. So we're going to get more into that. We're going to get some work in progress photos up. We've been documenting a little bit as we go, and we'll get to that as time goes by. But we want to produce some more finished product as opposed to taking pictures of models with no paint on them. It's like, anyway, some people like that, some people don't. Some people criticize that, but, hey, we're a one-man operation here, so we do what we want and how we want. So, but anyway, we're back to the bench with that. We also have a second buddy build going on now that kicked off on the 18th of February and last month, and we're moving forward with that as well. And it is the Tamiya Stug 3 OSP B. So that's an early Stug with a short-barreled 75mm gun, early Stug that Tamiya put out a few years ago. It's kind of like a retro build. We're not building like the latest and greatest kit. We're taking an older kit, shake and bake type Tamiya thing, and we're concentrating this buddy build on the finish, weathering, and paint chipping and stuff like that. Again, it's a buddy build. We have several different people who are involved in it, including some fairly well-known modelers. And we took some of our inspiration for our particular build from Mike Rinaldi, going back to some of his live streams and some of his tutorial videos and his Tank Art series of books, namely Tank Art 4, which has one of his Stug 3Bs in there that's pretty well worn out, whitewashed, and all that kind of stuff. So we've been working together with some other modelers out there. Some of his followers on his live streams contacted us about doing a potential buddy build. It sort of morphed into it as opposed to plan for it. But we have several other modelers out there. Some of the guys from the Modeling Miscreant podcast down there in New York. They're interested in it, and they're going to be announcing it on one of their podcasts as well. So we'll be putting that up and putting the information out about that as well. But anyway, and that's forthcoming. We're just waiting to get the word from them about their podcast, and then we'll post it up on our Telegram channel and some of our other social media platforms as well. But we were working together with the Miscreants on this one. This is a multiple layer, multiple level buddy build. So you're going to be seeing a lot of it on our Instagram page, Instagram account, Red Beach One Studios over on Instagram, as well as our Telegram channel. There's only so much we can do with our YouTube channel right now until we get better equipment in here. and lighting in here and overhead cameras and all that kind of stuff. It's coming. It's on its way. It's just going to take a little bit longer to get there. And matter of fact, because of the waiting, we just got sick and tired of waiting and planning and have it fail and have it start it all over again. So we're changing up our game plan here. We're going to be focusing more attention on our own content, Red Beach One Studios content, and we'll continue to support some of our other armor modelers, some of our other fellow YouTubers out there, podcasters out there, live streamers out there, folks like Mike Rinaldi. Rick Lawler is another one, a good friend of ours, Rick Lawler. We've been having some great discussions with him lately and helping him promote some of his propaganda videos and tutorials in his Patreon page. And now he's got a swag shop set up over there on Teespring, and we're going to be wearing some of his swag and showing off some of his swag in some of our videos as a little nod to our pal Rick Lawler. And he's got quite a few things going on, along with his book that came out probably about a year ago called With or Without. So we'll be getting to that later on as well. Some good things going on with Rick Lawler. He's a great friend of ours, and we want to give him a shout out today and on our video. And you know, we're like working together with Rick Lawler and AK Interactive and some of the product lines there, the 5012 oil paints and stuff like that, which you'll see the use of in this Stug 3B build that's coming up. We're going to be doing some oil paint rendering and some weathering and pigments and stuff like that, featuring the 502 product line. So that's going to be coming up. But anyway, we wanted to cover down on a few other things here today. There's a lot of new things happening at the studios. One of the things we were able to do, and it's been a lot of buzz about this one, it's been a little bit of a wait, not too bad, going back to, let's say, early December maybe. Then an announcement came out like a while back from our pal there, Andy Klein at Andy's Hobby Headquarters, that he was going to be releasing a 1/16th scale Tiger 1 tank. And we love Tigers here to begin with. Here at the studios, typically we work within the 35th scale realm. That's just our personal preference. We're comfortable with that, and it's unusual for us to step outside of that boundary. It's just something that we're comfortable with. We're, you know, we don't have a whole lot of time to sit down at the hobby bench anyway to begin with. We got weekends, and sometimes that boils down to like 2 or 3 hours on a Sunday, and then we got to wait another week to do it again, as we've discussed in some of our other videos and previous updates. But we're weekend warriors here. It's just how we roll. We prefer it that way. We work a full-time job, just like many of us out there. You know, the bills and paying the, you know, putting food on the table come first. But anyway, going back to Andy's Hobby Headquarters 16 scale Tiger, we did the pre-order for it back in early December. It was before Christmas, and you know, as you can probably tell from some of his videos, it's been a little bit of a process, a little bit of a wait, but Andy's been keeping us up to date every step of the way. And then a few days ago, about a week ago, he put up an announcement saying that they were in stock at his shop in Arizona, and that you know, anyone that had the pre-orders was like, you know, first come, first serve, and anyone that had the pre-orders, depending on, you know, the pecking order, what time they ordered it. So we finally got the notification end of last week that ours was in, our pre-order was filled, and it would be shipping. They shipped it out first thing Monday morning, and we had it Friday evening. It was delivered here to the studios at Friday evening by UPS, and we want to thank Andy Klein, Andy's Hobby Headquarters, for expediting that kit to us and getting it up here. That was pretty incredible. But let me tell you guys, this is a big box. This is like 4 models in one. So we'll do our best to get this on camera. We're not too sophisticated here. There's only so much we can do with what we're limited with. But you know, full body cam. Take a look at the size of this. This box. This is big. I'm 5'9". Look at the size of that box. So yeah, it's a big model, 16 scale, multiple versions of it. It's a great kit. We're going to try this out, see what happens. A lot of the people that did the pre-orders, they got a special Andy Hobby Headquarters commemorative pin with the Tiger 1 on it. Let's see if you can see that there. Everybody got one of these, a little, you know, it's like getting a Lucky Charm in a box of cereal. But anyway, that's we covered down on that. We'll get to the kit later on. And we know a lot of the other guys out there, a lot of the other podcasters and different people are all getting this kit at the same time. And rather than jump on the bandwagon and take away their fire, we're going to, you know, sit back a little bit. We'll get to the kit eventually. We have other projects going on, other projects coming up. And again, 16th scale is a little bit different for us. It's a big scale, bigger scale that we're not used to. So we're going to take smaller steps with it. And we want to do a nice job, and we'll get to it. We're planning potentially a summer build for this. We don't know exactly yet, but it's going to be a while before we get to it. Just because we have a lot of food on our plate, we're trying to make some adjustments here and get to where we want to be here at RB1S Studios so we can actually do better kit reviews and have some overhead cams and stuff like that, because some of you guys have been asking about it, and it's like, well, when are you going to do it? It's like, well, we have to wait. You know, I think we covered that in a few episodes back, but we're waiting for new equipment to get here. We're working with a limited budget. You know, when things come up like, you know, you save up all your money to buy this stuff, and then the car breaks down, you know, $500 or $600 later, you got to pay for the car repairs to keep the wheels going to and from work, and it wipes out your funds that you had all saved up to buy new lighting equipment and stuff like that. So it's just a fact of life for us. It's not cheap to live here in Massachusetts. That's why they call it Taxachusetts. So, but anyway, rather than gripe all day and complain about everything, we're trying to get things done. So anyway, guys, we have a few other things we want to cover down on. We have a few other things that we received over the past couple of weeks. We want to get to those today. We're not going to put them on the video today. We're going to save some of that for the next video, which will come at the end of March in about 2 weeks. So we're going to be doing that a little bit more often. We're going to try to do at least one video per month, if not two, because it's not the time that it takes to put the video together and have it updated and uploaded and put out and everything, because we do this in raw form. There's no editing here. What you see is what you get. This is a Fisher-Price Caveman Marine Corps issue 1917, no crayons, right? So yeah, so we're doing this our way. We're doing it with the equipment we have available until we get newer equipment in here. A lot of you guys have been asking, like, well, when are you going to do this and when are you going to do that? And it's like, well, we're doing this right now. So, and you'll see that some of our content is going to be improving. It's been steadily improving. We're getting a lot bigger following as time goes by, and that's what we're concentrating on. We're concentrating on a couple of these buddy builds. We've got another build that's coming up April, May that we're going to put up in the next few days, involving another kit. But we want to get some of these other builds out of the way first before we really get going with that. So, and then of course this Andy Hobby Headquarter large scale Tiger. For us, that's going to be a long project. I mean, the actual build might not take as long, but trying to complete something that big for us, that's going to be a lot of effort. But anyway, we wanted to cover down on all that stuff today. We have a few other projects coming up. We're definitely excited about this, as you can probably tell. But definitely things are happening here at RB1S Studios. We want to give a shout out to all of our subscribers to our Telegram channel. It's starting to grow once again. And Instagram channel, it's up to 200 followers. That's great. YouTube, that's doing great. Although our video productivity over there isn't as heavy as it should be. We have some limitations here at the studios we have to work around. Unfortunately, you know, we have other other people involved here downstairs in different businesses and stuff, and sometimes we can do stuff and sometimes we can't. And you know, that's how we roll. We have responsibilities. We have a full-time job. We have responsibilities here on the grounds with snow removal and different things that we're responsible for. That, you know, part of the agreement for us living here and having the studios here is that we have to, you know, to do certain stuff. It's like we're obligated, we're skilled to do it, we're trained to do it, and as part of the job, you know. But anyway, guys, I think that's about it for today. We'll be back in the next couple of weeks. We'll cover down on some more things. Again, please like and subscribe to this video. Like Red Beach One Studios on YouTube. Subscribe to it and get the notifications. That's that little bell icon at the bottom. You know, can comment. And we've actually set up a message board on one of our channels there that you can actually contact us directly, and people have actually been doing that. And then we're over on Instagram, Red Beach One Studios on Instagram, and that particular outlet is actually growing faster than all the others. So, and be sure to check us out over on Telegram. Get the app, create your profile, and then subscribe to Red Beach One Studios. And over there, we have a chat group. We have a chat group attached to the Telegram channel. It's become active now. There's some of the well-known guys over there are participating, like Rob Riviezo from the Model and Miscreants. He's over there. Dave Caromi's over there. Some of the other guys like Dana Copet, John Gazzola's over there. Steve Munsell from Value Gear's over there. So, yeah, great bunch of guys over there. They all contribute things. Everyone gets along great. Jackson Stanton is another one. He's over there. But anyway, be sure to subscribe to the Telegram channel, Red Beach One Studios. We have a chat group, Instagram, YouTube, and other social media. We want to thank everyone for sticking in there with us. We know some of you guys got tired of waiting and dropped off, but we're sure you'll be back. And then some of the newer people that are coming in, they're giving us the 3 thumbs up. They're happy, and you know, if they don't stick around, then we didn't do our job. So we're continuing to make our content better each time, make improvements as we go, and I think you'll see that moving forward that things are going to be even better than they are now. Obviously, they have to be, or if we want to be successful here, and we're already starting to see success. So we wanted to thank everyone, thank all our followers, subscribers, and for all you guys out there armor modeling. Red Beach One Studios focuses on armor modeling figures and diorama, and we like to support our fellow YouTubers out there, our podcasters out there that contribute to the hobby and the community. And some of the guys over there in AMPS, we know there's some AMPS. The AMPS Nationals is coming up down there in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. We're going to be covering down on that. We are AMPS friendly here. We're an AMPS member ourselves. We are a founding member to a local AMPS chapter here in the Boston area, Nordland AMPS. We work together with those guys. In fact, we have a monthly model meeting coming up in a couple of weeks, which we're going to cover down on. We're working with Nordland AMPS once again, which is great. We're trying to revitalize that and bring everything back to speed. Some good things coming in the future for that AMPS chapter. We're going to get behind them and help promote them as well. And we're quite happy here at Red Beach One Studios. There's going to be a lot happening in the next couple of weeks, next couple of months. I think you guys are going to be very impressed. In fact, we have something coming up which we can't get into today because we have to hold back just a little bit. But towards the end of the month, and that's another reason why we're going to have a second update for the month of March, is because we're going to have a special announcement in a couple of weeks. So be sure to tune in, be sure to follow us, subscribe, and we'll see you guys out there on social media. And be sure to check out our Telegram channel. We do a daily blog, and we update on that particular channel on a daily basis. So, guys, this is Rob from Red Beach One Studios. We're going to sign off today. Enjoy your Sunday, get some bench time, and have a good weekend, guys. Take care.